Football fans, we are back for another week of game picks and betting locks, this time for week number 7 of the NFL season. But first, remember to like and subscribe, and now we will get on to the week 6 recap. Now, week 6, it was a pretty rough week for us as we picked some of the underdogs here at King Film Sports, but actually the favorites had a very good week, so the public was eating last Sunday. So first lock, we had the Lions +3 in the hook. They just did not show up. That offense only put up 11 points all day. They get blown out at home. Chargers didn't even travel to Baltimore. They lost 34-6. Justin Herbert, terrible showing, and their defense could not stop Lamar Jackson. And then the Browns, -2.5 at home against the Cardinals, who didn't even have a coach, and Baker played abysmal, and Kyler Murray had a great game against a good Browns defense. So the Cardinals stay undefeated, and they get a blowout win on the road there. And then on Monday night, we had the over 53, which cashes, and that really saved our week from being a sweep. That was a high-scoring affair on Monday night, and it was a good call on the over. So now we get into the season-long stats. So on the betting locks, we lost a couple of units. It was our worst week, but we will bounce back this week. Still, total plus 7.6 units through 6 weeks. That's nothing to be ashamed about. We have had a great season thus far, and we need to bounce back. Then on the game picks, 7-7, very bad week there. We will bounce back, but currently 60-34 on the season. So now we get into the week 7 action, and reminder that Paul's pick of the week will be on the Sunday night contest between the Niners and Colts. But for now, we get into the first betting lock, Broncos at Browns on Thursday night. You guys know I really don't like making locks on these Thursday night games, but Browns were at home against the Cardinals, got embarrassed. I like them to bounce back here, minus the 3 points. The Broncos are really in shambles. They started out 3-0 against 3 really bad teams. And now that they face some decent competition in the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Raiders, I just do not think they can hang with these type of teams. Their defense was not great against the Raiders, so I think the Browns will just be able to pound the rock, and Baker Mayfield will play better. So I think the Browns will put up 20-30 points and will control time of possession. And I don't know what Teddy Bridgewater is going to be able to do against the Cleveland defense. I think the Cleveland defense plays a lot better than they did against Kyler Murray, and I think the Browns get the win there by at least 3 points. Next, we get on to our second betting lock of the week. And a lot of people might not like this, but give me the Panthers -2 in the hook on the road against the New York Giants. New York Giants, very underwhelming team thus far in the season. They played pretty well in the first quarter against the Rams. I think they were winning 3-0. It went all downhill from there. They absolutely got crushed in the last 3 quarters of the game by Stafford and the Rams. So I think Darnold is going to get it together. I think they will be able to put up some points on this New York defense. And Daniel Jones, he just does not look right. This New York offense has been riddled with injuries. Their one playmaker that was in last week, Kadarius Toney, then left with an injury. So they really need a spark on the offensive end, and I do not think they will get it in this matchup. I think this one is going to be very ugly. It's going to be a defensive showdown. But the Panthers have lost 3 straight. I think they finally bounce back and get a win here on the road. Next game, we have the Jets at the Patriots, 2 struggling teams at this point, 1-4 versus 2-4. And give me the Patriots. They've just been playing better football. The first time these 2 teams played week 2, it was very disappointing for the Jets. They could do nothing on the offensive side of the ball. I think the score was 25-3. Zach Wilson will probably have a better day. He probably won't throw 4 to 5 interceptions. But I think Mac Jones will be the better quarterback here. I think the Patriots do what they did in the second half against the Texans, and they win this game at home. Next, we have a very exciting contest in the AFC between 2 contenders. The Chiefs battling the Titans. And in this one, give me the upset. Give me Tennessee to win at home. They just had an electric victory against the Bills. And it really showed that when their offense is clicking, they can hang with anyone. They won a shootout with Seattle back when Russell Wilson was in the starting lineup in overtime. I think they win a shootout in this one. So at home here, I like Derrick Henry and the Titans to win on a last possession field goal. Very close game, but give me Tennessee to win here, as I think Chiefs a little beat up. This is their second straight week on the road, and the Titans' second straight week at home. So I think they get the job done there. Give me the Titans to win that. Next, we have the football team at the Packers, and in this one, I like Green Bay big. I think Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense does better than they did in Chicago. I know Aaron Rodgers is getting all of the hype and all of the credit for that win, but honestly, the Packers offense did not play incredibly well in that game. They did do enough to get it done. So in this one, against a terrible Washington defense, expect Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to put up at least 30 points. And Taylor Heineke against a good Green Bay defense, I don't know what he's going to put up. So give me Green Bay to win big at home there. And now on to the Falcons and the Dolphins. And this one is very tough to predict for me. But I like Miami at home to win the game. Logistically, it doesn't make much sense to pick Miami here. They are coming off of a week where they played a London game and they blew a lead in the fourth quarter, probably should have won, and lost to the then 0-5 Jags. And then they are playing against the Falcons, who just had a bye week last week. But still, I think the Miami Dolphins will bounce back. Their offense already looked a bit rejuvenated against the Jags. And I think Tua will have what it takes to get it done. I think the Miami offense will continue what they started against Jacksonville. And I think they will at least put up 20 points against this Falcons team. And then I think that Miami defense will come to play against Matt Ryan and the Falcons. So give me Miami in a little bit of an upset here at home to beat the Falcons. Next game, we have an AFC North showdown between the top two in the division for first place. In this one, you got to take Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I mean, I really just can't pick against them after what happened last week with the Chargers. They bounced back to perfection. This has to be their third or fourth straight game at home. But anyway, it does play into their hands as M&T Bank Stadium. Great home field advantage. I think it's going to be a tough place to play for Joe Burrow and that Bengals offense. They have been playing well, but that Baltimore defense was absolutely clamping down Justin Herbert last week. I find it hard to believe that Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense will do anything more than score 20 points. So give me Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to clean that one up in Baltimore. Next, we have a very easy game to predict. Rams hosting the Lions. Give me the Rams huge in this one. I think Stafford throws for 4 or 5 touchdowns against a terrible Lions team. They showed a lot of promise the first 5 weeks, but in week 6, it was absolutely abysmal. So I think the Rams make quick work of the Lions there. Now we get on to the Raiders hosting the Eagles, and I really do not know what to make out of either of these teams at this point in the season. So I'm just going to take the home team and the favorite in the Raiders. They had an impressive victory against Denver. In Denver, tough place to play, and with their interim head coach. So I think at home against a fraudulent Eagles team. I mean, this Eagles team, they can contend with anyone, but I do not think they are actually a legitimate contender, whereas the Raiders might be at this point in the season. I think the Raiders have a better offense, so give me the Raiders to win that one close at home. Next game, Texans at the Cardinals. This one is so easy to predict for me. Give me the Cardinals by 1,000,000. At home against Houston, you have the lone undefeated team in the NFL against one of the worst. The Cardinals just keep adding impressive wins onto their resume so far this season, so you just can't pick against them. I think Kyler Murray has a huge day, and the Texans defense will do nothing to corral him. And now we get to our final betting lock of the week. The Bears at the Buccaneers. I know a lot of people will be hopping on the Buccaneers minus the 14 points, but not me. Give me the Bears plus the 14. This team has fought hard, and I love the defense. How the Buccaneers have been pulling away from all of these teams through 6 weeks of the season is mainly through the second half passing touchdowns where the defense just gets gassed, and Brady is just able to exploit the defense by using all of his weapons. I don't think they're going to be able to do that here. This Bears defense has been great all year, and I do not think that Tom Brady and the Buccaneers offense will get above the 30-point mark. I think Justin Fields has a decent day on offense, so I think they keep this one within 14 points, but ultimately I think the Buccaneers will win the game. And now for the Sunday night matchup, we give it to Paul for his pick of the week.
All right, boys, I'm back with my pick of the week, and so far so good. We're 3-0 so far, but Ryan's got me doing a tough game Sunday Night Football. We got the Colts and we got the Niners, and I'm going with the Niners. I'm going with the Niners by 3. This game is going to be ugly. I'm telling you, it's going to be ugly quarterback play by both sides. I think there's a lot of INTs. Trust me, there's going to be a lot of interceptions this game. So it's going to come down to execution. I think Kyle Shanahan calling the plays will definitely help Jimmy G. And I think they're going to out-execute the Colts by a slim margin. So I got the Niners by 3.
And with that, we get on to the Monday night matchup, Saints at Seahawks. And in this one, it's pretty easy for me. Give me the Saints to win this one huge. I just have no faith in Geno Smith. That was his game to win in Heinz Field against a meh Steelers team, and he just couldn't do it. I think the Saints off of a bye here. They will not be scared of the Seattle raucous environment. I think Jameis will have a pretty good day, and I do not think Geno Smith will be able to contend. So give me New Orleans to win that big. And with that, let me know who you guys have in the Week 7 action. Are you riding with my picks, or are you fading me? Let me know in the comments down below. I would like to know. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.